I don't know when it happened in history, but we've become obsessed with the concept of having a vision, right? And there's this overwhelming pressure on entrepreneurs, or any of us for that matter, that we all have to have a vision. People even ask us, so what's your vision? What's your vision in your job? What kind of vision do you want to build or follow? And at the end of the day, we're not all visionaries. We don't all have big change the world kind of visions, and even if we have some sense of it, very few of us are really capable or able of articulating that vision in words so clearly that others could imagine that same world that we imagine. Sometimes it's just a feeling. And so I think it puts an unfair stress and an unfair burden on all of us that we have to have a vision. I don't know. I just want to go to work and be happy and feel like my life and my work is valuable. Do I need more than that? But I do believe we have to find a vision. We have to have direction. We have to have a North Star. We have to know where we're going. It doesn't have to be the direction we set. It can be the direction that somebody else set. So it's very important for us to find a leader or find a company or find a vision in whom we believe so that our work is contributing to building that. So, in the civil rights era, some may not have been able to clearly articulate the vision that they imagined, but Martin Luther King did. And so for the rest of us, we said, I'm following him. I'm following that vision. That's the vision I believe in. And that's the point. We should all find a vision that we believe in. We should find common direction. And then that vision can become ours. But we don't have to invent it, and we don't have to originate it. But we absolutely have the responsibility to find a person, company, or other entity out there, other person or organization that puts into words a vision that we absolutely believe in and would commit our blood and sweat and tears to help build. If we do not have that fire in our belly, the way we go about igniting it is not actually to set out on a journey of self-discovery and do everything by ourselves, but rather to ask for help. The whole point is that we are better together. I sort of joke about the fact that there's an entire section in the bookshop called self-help, but there's no section in the bookshop called help others. At the end of the day, it's not about how I can find the job of my dreams. The question is how can I help my friends find a career of endless fulfillment? It's not about how I can lose 10 pounds. It's how can I help my friend, that somebody I love, live a healthy lifestyle. And the amazing thing is that when we're willing to ask for help, or when we're willing to set ourselves out there to help others, that in itself helps us solve our own problems. So the irony is the way to ignite the fire in our bellies is to help others ignite the fire in theirs. And in so doing, we will find the thing that excites us. People often ask me for good examples of vision, and I don't believe vision should be something that is ethereal. It shouldn't be something that lives in our imaginations. I believe visions and positionings, or whatever you want to call them, I like to call it the why. It's why we get out of bed every morning. It's why our organization exists. And one of my favorite expressions of the why is the Declaration of Independence. Why does America exist? Well, we actually declared it. We actually declared why we needed our own country, why we needed to separate from Great Britain. And we said because we had a simple belief. We believed that all men were created equal, that every single one of us was endowed with these unalienable rights, amongst which include life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In other words, a North Star was set for this country. And when we are at our natural best, we are working hard to provide equality for all, women's suffrage, civil rights, gay rights, the ability for everybody to go to school, the ability for every child to have a doctor. This is when we are at our natural best, when we're trying to figure it out. None of the systems are perfect, but my goodness, when we try hard, when we're trying to advance the equality of all, that is when America is actually America. And we know that to be the case because it's not up for debate, it's because it was written down for us. And so great organizations, they should also declare why we need them to exist, because it certainly ain't their product, because none of them have a product that's that special that we have to have it and we can't get it from someone else. And even if they did, it's temporary. And that's the point. The product ain't it. It's the declaration. It's the reason why we need you to exist. It's your idealism and your ambition for the world in which you operate that you hope to advance. Thomas Jefferson said himself, the Declaration of Independence, the statement that he had was for the whole world, but America would take it upon themselves to lead, to try to be the experiment. So too should be the visions of companies. The visions that we have should be for every company, for everyone, but we will take it upon ourselves to make our organization the example of what great looks like. I love the Declaration of Independence, and it is written in such a perfect form too. It doesn't start by complaining, it starts by idealizing, and then it gets into all of the things that are in the way of this ideal, and that's what we set out to overcome.